A couple had simply arranged to go skiing, never imagining it would separate them forever. That day, they began skiing from the mountaintop when suddenly thick fog rolled in from all directions, drastically reducing visibility. As the woman skied, her boyfriend ahead suddenly vanished. She had to slow down and search everywhere, not noticing a stranger quietly approaching. While she wondered where her boyfriend had gone, the villain rammed into her on a snowmobile. When she awoke from unconsciousness, she found herself lying alone in the ice and snow. She immediately pulled out her walkie-talkie to call out, but received no response. Realizing her boyfriend might be in danger, she frantically took out her phone to call for help, only to discover there was no signal on this mountain. With no choice, she grabbed her board and struggled upward, hoping to find a chance for survival. After walking for who knows how long, she saw what seemed to be a familiar figure standing ahead. The clear silhouette was her boyfriend. Overjoyed, she rushed forward, but as she approached, something felt wrong. The snow was filled with red roses, and despite calling out repeatedly, her boyfriend didn't respond. Just as she stood there puzzled, she witnessed her boyfriend being dragged away. She urgently gave chase, but the ice and snow made every step difficult. She had no choice but to follow the tire tracks, eventually reaching the mountainside. The villain was already waiting on the opposite peak. Seeing her appear, he immediately threw a bomb at the snow slope. After the explosion, an avalanche thundered down. She quickly strapped on her board and desperately fled, but ultimately couldn't escape being buried. When she awoke again, she was trapped under thick snow, the pressure on her chest making it nearly impossible to breathe. She could only dig upward bit by bit with her hands. After just a few attempts, she heard strange sounds above. Looking up, she saw a blade suddenly stabbing down. The villain was frantically stabbing from above. She held her breath in terror, not daring to move. Soon, the villain rode away. Just when she thought she would suffocate, a large hand suddenly reached into the snow pile and forcefully pulled her out. When she groggily awoke, she found herself lying on an unfamiliar bed. An old man beside her was mixing ointment in a jar, then applied it to her wounds. It turned out this old man, who had lived alone in the snowy mountains for years, had saved her. The woman quickly thanked him and wanted the old man to help find her boyfriend, but he couldn't understand what she was saying and left after a few words. By the next day, when the old man hadn't returned, she got up to look around. Just as she stepped outside, she heard sounds from the yard. Something seemed hidden under a canvas. When she lifted it, she found a motorcycle, then discovered her boyfriend's glove on the ground. A chill ran up from her feet. She suspected the old man who saved her was the killer who murdered her boyfriend. She hurriedly gathered her things to leave, but discovered the old man's motorcycle key didn't work. Just then, engine sounds came from the distance. Looking up, she saw the real villain on his motorcycle right in front of her. He held up a key for her to see, then gunned the engine and left.